Yes. So Moodle in Moodle we have created our courses, and we have just started with this second year courses. So of course this is for the first time that we are going to add the courses for second year of MA. Okay, so I'll just show you that, and then how I have uploaded the syllabus there, uh, how I have uploaded the syllabus there. You'll get the idea about it. Am I audible? Am I audible? Yeah, okay. Now I will share my screen and I will try to give you the idea about Moodle platform. Okay. I think now you people are able to see the screen. Okay. Now here you can see the information is given there, that this is an interface between classroom teaching, library resources, online resources, and evaluation. In short, this is a platform for all the academic needs of the students, where students can interact with the teachers, teachers can provide learning resources, clear students' doubts, hold special tutorials, identify students requiring remedial coaching assistance or requiring special focus. So that message is given by Dr. Kanchi, who is the librarian of MG College. Okay, and here you can see that I have logged in, so my name appears here, and then my courses appear here. Okay, so here I'll go to this course, MA Part 2, Semester 3, English 303, Basics of Research in English. When I click on that, the syllabus will appear. Okay, so here you can see MA Part 2, BSc Semester 3, title of the course ENG 303, Basics of Research in English. So now we will see what is this course. Actually, in this autonomous structure, last year you people have studied some courses and you have understood that there are some specific course objectives we have designed, and with the help of that we try to understand that the students who are going to learn this course will be benefited in what form, means what is the outcome. So first we will have discussion on this, that the course objectives decided for this particular course are: first, to enable students to identify research problems, questions, and hypotheses. Okay. Second, to enable students to collect, sort, and analyze the data. Third, to enable students to construct a research design. And fourth, to deduct results and formulate conclusions. And in outcomes, course outcomes, we have mentioned that at the end of the course, the students will be able to identify research problems, questions, and hypotheses. The students will be able to collect, sort, and analyze the data. The students will be able to construct a research design, deduct results, and formulate conclusions. So, if you look at these objectives and outcomes, you will get the idea about it, that through this course we will try to understand what is research, what are the techniques used for research in English, what are the methodologies that can be used, or what is the procedure of the research, how the researcher is expected to start his study, means he has to identify the research problems or questions or hypotheses. If there is a question, then only the answer can be found. Then what are the things which will help the researcher to collect, sort and analyze the data? And finally, how the researcher will construct a research design, that is outline of his research work. Okay, and finally how he is able to, or the researcher is able to deduct the results and formulate the conclusions. Okay, now we will see, I hope you people are also aware of this, that almost all the courses in MA part 1 and part 2 are having 4 credits each. Okay, so the 4 credits will be divided into some credit hours. I will also come to that point. And here you can see that paper has 100 marks in all, or total 100 marks, and that will be divided into 2 parts: internal examinations for 40 marks and external examinations for 60 marks. Unit wise the syllabus is designed, and you can see the structure of that syllabus. Semester is divided into 4 units. So you can see unit number, then topic, or then method, and then contact hours. So first unit is about research. We will try to understand research, what is research, with the help of definitions, nature of research and scope of research. Then we will see the research paper as a form of exploration and communication and selecting a topic. Means how the researcher is expected to form a statement or select an area and then select a topic. Then conducting research, that is the researcher has to think about the publication forms of reference works. Means what kind of references the researcher is going to use. So there we will try to understand various kinds of research resources, for example print resources or e-resources. We will think about those things there. Then evaluating sources, how to evaluate all those sources which are available in physical form or online form. Okay, so in the first unit we'll try to understand these things. These are considered as the basics of the research. Then unit number 2 will focus on the mechanics of writing. Means when the researcher starts his research, how the researcher can prepare some notes. Okay, so you people might have studied taking notes in compulsory English course up to TYBA. Okay, how to prepare your own notes, taking notes and making notes. Okay, so here you have to get the idea about it, that what is this taking notes. We'll try to understand it with the help of the examples and all those things, and what are the instructions given by the scholars. Then outlining of your research. Then we will discuss writing drafts. Okay, means as you know it very well that you have to start your research. You will prepare the first draft of your research, then you will again reorganize the things, rework on that particular draft, and then second draft will be prepared. So how these drafts are prepared and how you correct yourselves. And at the same time you should be very cautious about the language and style which you use there. Okay, because the researcher is expected to understand that particular subject, and then the researcher has to speak about that particular subject. He has to give the justification for that. So all those things will be considered there, but at the same time language used by the researcher is very important. Then the style used by the researcher. So we will try to understand how or what kind of language and style the researcher is expected to use. Okay. Then third subunit is research process. So you know it very well that it is actually a process. Okay, so we will try to understand that process. Means the beginning of the process, that is the researcher is expected to formulate a research topic, and then he is expected to prepare a bibliography for background reading. So we will try to understand that how the researcher is expected to do these things. Okay, and how bibliography is very important for the researcher at the initial stage of his research. Then we'll move to defining aims and objectives and developing hypotheses. That researcher has selected a topic, then prepared the rough bibliography, working bibliography, and then the researcher has to set the objectives for his study. That what objectives he has decided for this research work, and then he has to develop the hypothesis also. Then he has to consider review of literature. So he has to refer the works done by the others in the same area, and what people have done and what I am going to do. So he has to review the literature which is available in print form or e-form, and then he has to decide the scope and limitations of his research work. Okay, and finally in this research process we see that he has to adopt an appropriate research methodology, because without deciding the method the researcher cannot come to the conclusion. He cannot find he cannot get the findings of his research or of his work. So adopting appropriate research methodology and prepare chapter wise design. Okay, so the researcher is expected to prepare that outline in such a way that in the first chapter he has to mention or he has to introduce what he has decided to do. Okay, then what is his methodological presentation, or how he has decided all those things. So you can say that in the very beginning of his research work he is expected to talk about the methodological and theoretical strategies. Okay, so that is given in such a way that chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4, chapter 5, like this. Okay, then fourth unit is research in English language and literature. So you know it very well that research is done almost in all areas, but here we will focus on research in English language and literature. Okay, so here we will try to understand what are the types of research. For example, theory focused research. So in theory focused research, of course the researcher is expected to follow one theory. Okay, and with the help of that or with the base of that theory he is expected to deal with that particular topic which he has selected for his research work. So there you have to understand these types of theories like formalistic or formalism, psychoanalytical study, Darwinian approach, archetypal or you can say mythical approach, then feminist approach, post-colonial approach, Marxist approach, eco-critical approach, and various approaches which are available in the study of English language and literature. Okay, then so I talked about theory focused research. Now the next is genre focused research. Okay, so in genre focused research we'll try to understand the textual and thematic analysis of a particular text. Okay, so someone may think about the analysis of one text. Okay, so theory based research can be done or genre focused research can be done. Translations can be considered for study. Okay, then novels, you may select scientific novels, scientific fiction or fantasy or buildings in Roman, etc., etc. So there are various kinds of novels and these can be considered for the study. So one may select one novelist or the novels from a particular period or novels of a particular type. Okay, then poetry, so you may select a poet or you may select poems of different kinds of poets, okay, having some similarities or differences or whatever you wish to select. Then plays, so I mean to say that whatever comes under the head literature, like novels, poetry, prose, plays, children's literature can be considered for research. So that is genre focused research. Then we'll try to understand general areas of research in language. Okay, so you know it very well that even in the title of this unit you can see that research in English language and literature. So first I talked about literature. Now here we are expected to understand what are the areas of research in English language. So there you can see syllabus policy, that can be considered as a part of research. Language policy, curriculum, materials, textbooks, technology, methodology. Okay, for example, syllabus policy. Now recently you people might have heard about the new national education policy. Okay, so that can be considered there, but NEP is actually a broad area, but there you can focus on the language aspect. For example, syllabus policy, language policy in this particular NEP or curriculum in this new NEP and the old NEP. Okay, did you get my point? So you can think about such things in the area of research in language. So that is also called as ELT, English language teaching area. Okay, first we talked about English literature and then we are talking about English language. Then you can see other areas of research in language. For example, language varieties. Now this is the special area of language. For example, in the last year you people have studied linguistics. Okay, so that can be also considered as an area of research in English language. For example, language varieties, so you people have studied dialects. Okay, standard variety, dialects, so you can do the study on that particular area. Then grammar, okay, English grammar, so you can think about the areas like how the students can develop their vocabulary or how they can work on the nouns or adjectives. Okay, so any area of grammar you can do your research in that particular area. Okay, vocabulary. Then teaching and learning, so you can also consider teaching and learning as an area of research. Then psycholinguistics, you people have studied these areas. Sociolinguistics and applied linguistics. In applied linguistics you have studied corpus, computational, forensic linguistics, stylistics, etc., etc. Okay, so there are several areas again in applied linguistics, and you can select any of the area and then you can do your research in that particular area. So in this particular semester I will try to give you the idea about this, what is research, okay, what are the techniques, okay, then mechanics of writing, then research process, and research in English language and literature. And you can see the methodology will be used, that is in a form of lecture. Okay, now you know it very well that in this pandemic situation, COVID-19 pandemic situation, we have started with online lectures. So discussion can be done. Sometimes you will observe that I will explain a particular topic and then we will have discussion on that particular topic. So sometimes I will analyze that particular aspect and I will try to get the feedback from you people. Okay, so sometimes problem solving is that method can be used. Okay, so these are actually there to suggest you that it is not one way teaching or one way interaction. Okay, when we say the interaction, of course it is expected that the teacher says something and students try to understand those things, and then students try to raise the questions and teacher tries to answer the questions. Okay, then I have mentioned suggested reading. Okay, now here of course the base for this particular course is MLA handbook. I think last time also I gave you the idea about it, that in the second year you people have to study this particular course, and there is one book like MLA handbook for writers of research papers. Okay, now here I think I have listed it. Yes, see. Okay, MLA handbook for writers of research papers, 7th edition. So actually we have that Indian edition copy with us, so we will refer that one. I will also give you the soft copy of this particular book. Okay, and that is actually the base of this particular course. So we have prepared the units of the course in such a way that some of the units are from that particular book, MLA handbook. Okay, for example, this first unit is from that one, even second unit is from that book. Okay, this third unit is from the other resources. Okay, so we will have discussion on that one in detail when we will see that particular unit or sub units. Okay, then research in English language and literature, that is also not available in MLA handbook, but we will refer some other sources and resources for that one. Okay, so in these books you can see that almost all the areas are covered. For example, here you can see how to research, 4th edition. Okay, that book is by Lorraine Blackster. Okay, then you can see philosophies of research into higher education. Okay, then doing research. So these are some of the books which are available in our library, and I will also try to give you the soft copy of some of the books which are available with me. Okay, then you can see handbook to literary research. Okay, so the titles will give you the idea about it, that these books are very useful for you all. Okay, then introduction to research methods, a practical guide for undertaking a research project. Okay, then you can see a handbook to literary research. So some of the titles are very similar. For example, a handbook to literary research, and here you can see a handbook to literary research. Okay, so you can see the authors are also means the second author is same, first author is changed. Okay, so of course the books will have some more things. Then research methods for English studies. If you see your WhatsApp group for this particular class, I have posted some of the books, and there you can see some of the titles from this list. Okay. Then you can see Handbook of Research in Second Language Teaching and Learning. It's related to research in ELT. Okay, so you can see that there are several books related to ELT also, means research in ELT, particularly language area, and there are some books related to research methodology, and there are some books which are related to the research in literature. Okay, so overall you people are expected to think about it in such a way that what is research, what are the techniques used in research, then what are the methodologies that can be used for research in language and research in literature. Okay, so here you can see the last book, that is Research Methods in English. Okay, so you will get the idea about research methods in English language and literature, particularly from this book. So I hope you people have got the idea about it, that this MLA handbook is very useful. This research methods in English, this book is also very useful for you people. And then you can say Griffin's book, Research Methods for English Studies. Okay, then Doing Research. Okay, so some of the books, if you find these books, then also it will be very useful to you. Now in this particular course, I have just created this particular course on LMS system, that is Moodle. Okay, so here you can see that research, the beginning first unit, I have just added the units, and when we will have discussion on each topic, I will add the material or the resources which are available with me for this particular unit. So each and everything will be stored on this particular platform, and that will be stored in a we can say particular format, that is suppose 1, then 1.1, 1.2, 1.3. so it will be very easier for all students, they can refer it at any time. Okay, so I think if you people do the registration for this, then that will be very useful to you all. So I will suggest you to download, you can also download the app Moodle from Google Play Store. Okay, and you can use it in your mobile. So